dermatologist, Dr. Dray, is the reason that I have to eat my skincare because I cannot afford food because of the amount of money that I have spent on products. And Dr. Dray has made me buy many things over the years, the most recent one being literally this morning, a dupe for the Paula's Choice BHA toner that instead of being like $30 is apparently 10 or 11. We are going to be speaking about all of that, including my hair loss, because that's a fun time. But Dr. Dray is like the sunscreen of the internet. An absolute necessity, a daily essential, and if you don't watch her uploads at 9 a.m. PST, do you even skincare YouTube? Like, that is the question. She has made me purchase so many things, some of which have been phenomenal for my skin, and some of which I'm very excited to try out, and some of which, you know, have not been the best. Actually, has Dr. Dray ever steered me wrong? I know she has, because like, not every product's gonna be a hit, but you know what? We're gonna talk about that. But before we talk about that, we gotta talk about these. So Dr. Dray it was like an Instagram reel that I think she also posted to TikTok, where she spoke about how this Peach Slices Acne Exfoliating Toner is basically a dupe or very comparable to the Paula's Choice. This exfoliating BHA liquid is one of my favorites, but it's like $30. It is absolutely glorious. It is wonderful. It is exfoliating. Oh, this is a brand new one. You see, I have like 5 of them because I use them all the time. But this is a brilliant and wonderful, and my pores love it, but my wallet does not. Dr. Dray specifically said that this right here is a little liquid by Peach Slices that also has 2% salicylic acid. So I walked my ass to Ulta literally this morning to buy this because if it's a dupe, I'm so excited. Now this does have 2% salicylic acid. This does have BHA and AHA to exfoliate skin and unclog pores. They say it's a non-comedogenic and a clean and non-toxic formula, and like, shut up with the clean and non-toxic marketing. We know how we feel about this. I know how Dr. Dray feels about this because again, I am subscribed. Are you? Are you subscribed to her? Are you Okay, all right, just making sure that we're on the same page, the same web page. And well, let me check my receipt. Hold, please. Yes, it is actually $10.99. Wow, I was a penny away. If this was the guess how many M&Ms are in the jar, I would have f***ing won. Anyways, this seems brilliant, and we are going to test it out right here, right now, because I want to see if this can save me some money. Oh, she brand new. Can I have what's inside of you, please?
Open. I want what's in you.
I need to speak to my dentist anyways. Oh, wait, no, that was the whole thing. Is that how it is supposed to go? I took off the whole top.
Whoa!
What? Wait a minute. I got it now. Well, let's compare these other than price, shall we? The bottle is very, very similar. This is 120 milliliters. This is 118. Again, very comparable. But when we look at what's inside, let's turn and learn those ingredients and see if they are comparable. Oh, my helmet is slipping off my head. Oh, I should have turned it on. We're gonna talk about this in a second, babies. The first thing we have is water, our universal solvent, in this Peach Slices one, which fun fact, Peach Slices is actually owned by Peach and Lily. It's like an inexpensive sister brand. If you didn't know, now you know. This has butylene glycol. It has some amino acids such as arginine. It has allantoin, cucumber. We do have some glycerin, so this is actually very hydrating. Some centella. This actually looks very calming, as well as lactic and glycolic acid. So this is an AHA and BHA option, whereas the Paula's Choice is slightly different, but we have the same main ingredients. Paula's Choice does have methylpropanediol, which this one does not. That is basically something that they even list here for hydration. They do, however, have the same butylene glycol. They also have the salicylic acid. They have green tea, which is different than centella and which is different than cucumber, but again, very comparable. And then they have some things that make sure that this doesn't go bad. So it is not exact as far as the ingredients go, whereas this is pure BHA and this is AHA BHA, but they do look and appear to be very similar. And again, this is why we always turn and learn. So let me actually little dot here. Oh my God, they smell so similar as well. I love that they're both fragrance free. Wow, they both smell really similar, and you know what? Off the bat, I cannot visually see a difference. Sometimes when I like shake them up, they like foam differently. Let's see what happens. Whee! Okay, no bubblies, no foamies. This is still just a liquid. Let's see the Paula's Choice. Oh, this one's a little bit more frothy, a little bit more bubbles, but not by a ton. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wipe this on my chest and my back, and no cracks. Don't Get your mind out of the gutter, you nasty.
You nasty.
I have body acne, such as backney and chestney and buttney, which we're not going to talk about. So these are going to go here, here, and here, and I'm going to see how well this works. But Dr. Dray is absolutely right. If you're looking to spend $11 instead of like 30 something, peach slices, it's doing my wallet nice things. I am very pleased with my purchase. Another obvious thing that Dr. Dray made me do is this. This is from iRestore. This is the hair regrowth helmet. It has laser and LED that it is shooting into my scalp in hopes that my scalp hair will grow back. Now, I have done an update on both my hair loss and the things that I'm doing. Dr. Dray made me do this, and let me just say, I love that I can literally use it anywhere. I have used this in a bathtub, which I don't necessarily recommend, but I have done it. I have used this while cooking chaos soup. I have also used this while trying to order coffee and ride a bike, which I do not recommend. Do not replicate. Do as I say, not as I do. This activity could cause danger or harm. Severe parental content warning. But yes, I tried to ride a bike with a helmet that is not a helmet. Don't do what I do. That is all. This has been absolutely phenomenal. Let me actually show you. My hair, I believe, has started to grow back. There are many different reasons that hair loss can happen. And again, I am tackling these on multiple ends. I also ate an entire bottle of the vegan gummies from iRestore. But so far, this has been fantastic. I can wear it while I'm on the go. Was it expensive? Absolutely. But is it worth it? I can't say yet. But for me, having hair is important. I don't judge people who don't have hair. I know that some people are very happy without their hair and some people want to maintain theirs. For me, if I can do something to prevent hair loss, that is something that I'm going to do. That's just, you know, it's not something that I want right now. So I absolutely have been loving this. It has been a very exciting adventure, and I will continue to use this. I use it on, I wouldn't say a daily basis. I would say a couple times weekly, sometimes more versus less. But Dr. Dray, dude, the ads come up with Dr. Dray, and I'm like, you know what? She has not steered me wrong. I am a happy, helmeted camper. The other thing that Dr. Dray made me buy is this thing. So it is crushed because I put things in my front seat and then I forget that they're there, and then I put my purse or my backpack on them and they get crushed. But these right here are the Mighty Patches for oily combination skin. You see, I originally purchased these from ZitSticka. These are the face map targeted extraction ones, and I'm actually gonna be comparing them side by side. Dr. Dray specifically did a Target haul where she said that these are amazing for people who pick. And we all know that I am a little picky person, a little bit, not as much as I used to be and not as much as I'd like to admit, but I will admit when I have faults and that I am trying to work on them. And if you're a picky person, we actually have a video where we interviewed a psychodermatologist about skin picking. You have to watch that. But Dr. Dray recommended this and I was like, ooh, I want to compare the two. So this is yet another product that I haven't had a chance to try because I'm actually trying a lot of products right now. I'm trying this Kim Kardashian line, and this is going exactly as planned. Meaning fucking disappointing, but that's for another video. But I am also trying to isolate my variables and test Tatcha skincare, and I did Biossance, so these have been a little bit on hold, which is why they got crushed, like, you know, in my car, in my backpack, in my purse, on my skincare shelf, and all of the places that I throw things. Now, something that I did test and try, and I actually got quite a while ago, is Zeus from Topicals. Topicals was this brand that everyone was kind of hyping last year, and it was for good reason. And it was Dr. Dray's review that originally made me pull the trigger. It made me sign on the dotted line. It made me take the plunge, and I am not mad about it. Now, this is the Faded Gel. It is a brightening and clearing serum. Dr. Dray was talking about how this is phenomenal for hyperpigmentation. She mentioned the Butter one was like pilly for her. I bought that one too, and that was actually something that she didn't steer me wrong on, but she warned me, and then I just didn't listen like an idiot, and I got the Butter one, and it is definitely, it's more of an exfoliant than it is a mask, fun fact. You know, it's like a gommage because it like rolls off your skin. But this one has actually been quite lovely, and I did try and test this for quite a while on my little body acne pigmentation. This has jojoba, it has licorice, it has turmeric, it has so many great ingredients that either help to decrease the amount of pigment that skin cells produce or to prevent them from spreading. So for example, niacinamide doesn't stop those skin cells, those melanocytes, from creating the pigment called melanin, but it does say, hey, we don't want you to spread. We don't want you to go out and hang out with the keratinocytes. Stay where you are. And that's what niacinamide does. Whereas things like licorice or vitamin C or tyrosinase inhibitors actually stop that pigment from being created in the first place. So Topicals, this product has a combination of both. It also has jojoba oil. This is so nice. It is goopy juicy. The problem is, she does stink. And Dr. Dray warned me about this. I think they actually came out with a fragrance-free version. And again, I don't love fragrance in skincare, but for someone who is a little bit more sensitive, it's nice to have a completely fragrance-free option. And again, I think that they maybe call this one fragrance-free, but it does have a fragrancing ingredient in here. And again, they did update that. And I don't know if it's completely fragrance-free, the new one, or if it's just better. And again, because I use this so sparingly, I kind of spotted on. Ooh, I should actually put it on my burn that healed. If you don't know about my open flesh wound, we have an entire video about my open flesh wound. But that aside, I am using this sparingly, which is why I still have some left, and I don't want to purchase the new one until I finish the old one. So Dr. Dray made me do this. It's also in an eco-sustainable package. We love, like, it's almost like paint or toothpaste. Paint I don't use. Toothpaste I actually have in stock, which is great. But I have been loving this thanks to my dear Dr. Dray. Dr. Dray loves sunscreen. And again, I kind of feel like she is the sunscreen of the internet. She is no fuss. She gives it as it is. It's the essential information. And she's just, bam, here you go. You are protected. SPF 50. Thank you. Well, she also loves sunscreens, and she loves the Elta MD. She actually just tried this one, which she is making me try. This right here is from MDSolarSciences, and I have heard her talk about this for years. And I have not purchased anything from MDSolarSciences, and then finally for Amazon during Prime Week, I was like, you know what, Cassandra, it's on sale. You should just do it. You should just do it. So I did it. This is from MDSolarSciences. This is the Mineral Cream Protect and Nourish. It is an SPF 50. They say it is sheer weightless protection, hydration enriched with antioxidants. And what's great is that this has vitamin C, so again, helps with pigmentation. It can also stabilize sunscreen and kind of add an antioxidant boost to sunscreen. It's not the same as an SPF, but it can boost the efficacy of your sunscreen. It also has green tea, which has epigallocatechin gallate or epigallocatechin 3 gallate. Try saying that 5 times fast. Amazing antioxidant, amazing for skin support. And if you are someone who's, you know, out in the sun, or you are in a city with lots of pollution, or your skin is under a lot of stress, either intrinsic and internal or external, with reactive oxygen species flying at us from outer space and the environment around us. Yeah, it's scary. Not like colonizing Mars scary, but it's still scary. And things such as green tea and epigallocatechin 3 gallate can help with that. We've also got pomegranate and cranberry. Again, these have anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are what make them red and blue and purple, and they are phenomenal for skin as well. So I have not used all of this, but I have used some, and damn! One of the main ingredients is caprylic triglyceride. We know that that comes from coconuts, and you know that I love some coconuts. Not because they just taste good, but like, what a funny word for a nut. Like, what a large thing. And like, they fall off of trees. You have to climb the trees to get them. You can drink things out of them. You can use them as a little hat for your cat. Coconuts are wonderful, but the caprylic triglyceride in here is something that we see in a bunch of different moisturizers. So again, this kind of goes to show sunscreens are basically moisturizers with sun protection anti-cancer drugs. We love to see it. This is a completely mineral formula, so it does have titanium dioxide as well as zinc oxide. And I have actually found that it is quite sheer. Now that's a lot of sunscreen. That's what I would use for my face and neck. But when you actually look at how this blends in, I wouldn't say it's like a 10 out of 10 sheer. Like, it's not super goop, which we are gonna talk about in just a second. But you can actually get this to blend in and not leave a white cast, at least on my skin, which is like a Fitzpatrick type 2. Again, I come from a mixed background, so my skin can react to things in different ways, but I do not have, you know, black ebony skin, and I do not know what it's like to rub mineral sunscreen onto that, especially this one. So I would love it if somebody who does have a different skin tone than I do to test that and tell me. But Dr. Dray loves this one. She actually says specifically that she loves the kids one. She says that's even better. I like it a lot. And to me, this almost feels a little bit like the Hourglass Veil Primer. Do you remember the Hourglass had this veil primer? It's like $50 to $70, but it feels like crushed up pearls. This has that dimethicone feel, that silky, soothing, soft feel that absolutely feels the same. And it's just, oh, it feels so good. And I don't know, I have lights on me, so I don't know if the lights are showing different. And that wasn't even my whole face, that was just one arm. But there is with and there is without. And I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. And I am so glad that it is something that Dr. Dray has made me bought. Dr. Dray is also making me eat things. Before we talk about Trader Joe's, we gotta talk about food. Dr. Dray has made me buy so much food. She is also a plant-based queen, and I adore her for it. And her recipes are actually really good and really healthy. Some of them aren't like a total hit for me. I am someone who definitely makes Hailey Bieber skin smoothies for my chickens and then goes ahead and eats like a very processed fake meat pizza. But Dr. Dray is my happy, healthy, hey guys friend who does keep my nutrition in check. She did, I think it was a partnership with the Comprehensive Daily Nutrition from Athletic Greens. I ended up purchasing this and I am not mad about it. Athletic Greens is made for athletes. It has a ton of vitamins and nutrients and protein. It is vegan and plant-based. Fun fact, I used to be, and I still technically am, a personal trainer and a nutritionist, not a dietitian though. And back when I was doing the personal training thing, I sometimes struggled, you know, with protein stuff. Not only protein requirements, but like when I was younger, I used to eat a ton of whey, and that whey is basically a milk or animal byproduct that would actually break me out. And I'm not the only one that's noticed this. Yes, it is anecdotal, but Brian Turner of Team Acne had the exact same experience. And then even outside of that, there have been some medical studies that are still being reviewed, more are being done, looking at a potential correlation between dairy and acne. And remember, causation is not correlation. Just because ice cream sales are going up and there are more shark attacks does not mean that the ice cream is causing the shark attack. It means that it's f***ing hot, it's summer, and more people are eating ice cream and jumping in the water. Okay? Correlation and causation in 60 seconds. You are welcome. And if that doesn't deserve a like and subscribe, then fine, I'm still gonna try to earn it from you, senpai. Just out here trying my best, okay? Well, nutritional and personal training has been a long journey, and the protein that I eat most often is the raw Garden of Eden one. It is absolutely delicious. They have a chocolate version. I literally make myself a smoothie every single morning. But I decided, Cassandra, you should try the green ones. This is made in New Zealand. I ended up buying it and trying it, and it's made for athletes. And again, haven't gone to the gym since 2020 because COVID. And I used to like hike things and run marathons and swim in the ocean, which I still do. I mean, I flop, but that's another conversation. But I definitely have not been as active as I wanted to. And even though I want to blame like the panorama, the panini, the pandemic, I can't, because I did purchase those weightlifting things that you can do at home from Amazon. And I also purchased a bicycle desk. It is a desk that is a bike that you can like wheel into different rooms or put it outside. And yet I'm sitting at a different desk and I'm not using my bike desk. So it's not the pandemic's fault, it's just me not sticking to a fitness routine. I am fully guilty and I will admit when I am wrong.
Guilty?
This has been good. It does not taste horrible. I am still trying and using it. I'm not that far into it, maybe like a couple weeks, but I also put this on hold to make myself a Hailey Bieber skin smoothie, which I am drinking every single day and feeding to my chickens. So there's that. Now this is actually something that I've been doing for 3 years because of Dr. Dray. Again, it's on Instagram. I get her matcha commercials and I love them. This matcha is so good. Pique is this brand that does tea crystals, and they come in these super spiffy little things, so they're super travel friendly, and they're absolutely delicious. I love them. The tea ones are really good. They label them if they are herbal or if they are caffeinated, but then the matcha ones are my favorite, and they use a ceremonial grade matcha, which is like the highest quality. And remember that matcha is basically crushed up baby green tea leaves, and I absolutely love this. Even when I travel, I can like bring like a frother with me. I put some plant-based milk, and I pop this in, and your has been detoxing from coffee. I tried to pretend I wasn't addicted. My adenosine receptors had a counter argument that was very, very strong. And well, my adenosine receptors won that litigation. But when I was very, very sick and I had a pounding headache, I was taking pain medications for that. And that was the perfect time for me to detox from coffee, which I did. And I am officially drinking decaf. My energy levels don't show it, but I cannot tell you how proud I am. Now, I am drinking decaf plus tea. So this is currently where I've been getting my caffeine, but I am so freaking happy about it. I'm grateful. It does give me radiant energy. Dr. Dray did not steer me wrong. They are a little expensive, but I can get them on sale, especially if I use like Dr. Dray's coupon code or if I get them on Amazon. Sometimes they go on sale. I love these. I love these babies. And something else I love are the Dr. Dray dupes. Again, there's like 3 dupes in this video. No, 4 dupes in this video thanks to Dr. Dray. Holy guacamole. The first one we're gonna talk about is the LaNeige sleeping mask. So Dr. Dray did this Target haul where she was speaking about this LaNeige lip mask that we've seen everywhere. The girl from Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney, she's like the new face of them. I know it's a very popular thing, but it is not vegan or cruelty free, which means it is not for me. I know everyone loves it, but it's also like, it's like really small and really expensive. So you know what Pacifica has, as according to Dr. Dray? This is the Lavender Moon Bedtime Lip Treatment, and for like $12 to $13, this is supposed to be very comparable. Now I don't have the LaNeige one with me, so I can't actually swatch them or compare them side to side. I really don't want to put LaNeige on my lips. Like I think it might have beeswax or something like that. But Pacifica is made in Oregon. It is completely vegan and cruelty free, and this really does feel like such a beautiful little rosy lip balm. And it doesn't even smell that much like lavender. Maybe my nose is just eternally broken. Not COVID related, I just didn't grow up with a great sense of smell. Probably because my house and my family's body odor stank, but we're not gonna talk about that. But yeah, I don't get lavender from this, even though it's labeled Lavender Moon. It does kind of remind me of Sailor Moon, but the ingredients are phenomenal. Specifically, it does have jojoba, it does have a vegan form of beeswax, it does have sunflower oil, it does have shea butter, all very nourishing to the lips, as well as sweet almond oil. It does have flavor and flower waxes, but shockingly, it doesn't have like red number 40 or like a whole bunch of like perfume. So, you know, is this great for someone with like angular cheilitis? Absolutely not. If you have perioral dermatitis, you probably wouldn't want to use this. And again, talk to Dr. Dray about both of those conditions. But if you are somebody who is struggling with, you know, you have a little bit of lip sensitivity, but it's not terrible, and you want to use something that's kind of fun, this is when I think that could play in, because there's not a whole bunch of those regular additives that we see that can cause lips to peel and kind of feel weird. I actually did a TikTok talking about how lip balms keep you addicted, which again, your lips don't actually get addicted, but these companies want us to keep purchasing things and then putting them on our lips and our faces and making the problem worse so that we need to reapply more, which is why fragrance-free is the way to go, baby. So I am trying this out. I can't totally compare it, but I like it so far. I'm actually about to pause trying it out because I'm trying to get my hands on frickin' Rhode Beauty, which is constantly sold out. And even when it restocks, I miss the restock. Oh! But I am trying. And, oh, hey, Trader Josie's. Before we visit our dear friend Joe, we gotta talk about plates. Dr. Dray made me buy a plate. Basically, she was in a store, she was looking at the plates, and I was like, that's a really nice plate. And then I was like, Cassandra, do you need a wooden plate? And the answer was, yes, I do. So I got mine at TJ Maxx. I don't know if she really got hers, but she was the one who made me think, you know what, Cassandra, you need a plate. And you know what? She was right. I'm just gonna keep this here for good keeping. Oh, okay, this is actually really noisy and uncomfortable. Go plate elsewhere, thank you. Trader Joe's has a super goop dupe. So, fun fact, the history of Trader Joe's and how they do what they do is quite interesting, especially when it comes to product sizes, quantities, and where they source their products. But a lot of people have been saying that this, for under $10, is very comparable to the Super Goop, which is over $40. And it is also an SPF 40. This right here is the Trader Joe's Daily Facial Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 40, and Dr. Dray did an entire video about it, and the internet was blowing up on it, and people were sending it to me. And then I also saw it on my TikTok For You page because I am addicted to the internet and don't want to admit it. And well, it was after Dr. Dray's review that I said, I definitely need to try this. Sweat resistant, water resistant. You're sitting here in a room that is like 95 degrees because it is hot weather. And, you know, in like a long sleeve, beautiful dress. Look at me. Don't I look like a pretty fairy princess? I f***ing love this. I rented it, but I'm like, I want it. That's the problem, is that I want too many things and then I spend too much money on things. I don't have enough face space to use them all, but that is why I am testing and trying them. And Dr. Dray and I will buy them so that you don't have to. If you're not subscribed to Dr. Dray, fix that. And if you're not subscribed here, then you won't know when I actually compare this directly to Supergoop, because that is coming soon. Always remember to stay hydrated both orally and topically. Be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in the comments on Dr. Dray's channel, because obviously that's where we hang out every single day at 9 p.m. Pacific when she drops a new video. Duh! Don't forget, guys, sunscreen and subscribe, and I'll see you right over here. Bye!